Offshore processing, referred to by the Australian government as regional processing, is the term used to describe the arrangements by which Australia sends people seeking asylum to arrive by boat to either Nauru or Manus Island in Papua New Guinea, where their refugee claims are to be determined.
Australia is the only country in the world that uses other countries to process refugee claims. Offshore processing is justified by the Australian government as
breaking the people's smartest business model.
By removing financial incentive to send boats to Australia and ensuring that those who arrive by boat do not gain an unfair advantage over others, offshore processing raises the following key concerns.
It seeks to punish rather than protect those in need.
It seeks to transfer Australia's responsibility to protect the poorer, less well-equipped countries.
It has led to prolonged and indefinite detention and enormous human suffering.
The conditions of detention are inhumane, with grossly inadequate healthcare and barbaric treatment.
The system exposes highly vulnerable people to further harm, with consistent reports of sexual, physical, and psychological abuse.
It is extraordinarily expensive.
Welcome to our classroom. Please note that this evening is an assessment piece, and as such, it is extra important that you switch off mobile phones. We invite you to be unplugged and experience this interesting piece of theatre by being fully present.
Hi, my name is Jade Kemp. I'm the teacher of the students in this evening's performance. As you can clearly see, I'm not Jade Kemp, but in keeping with the conventions of verbatim theatre, I ask you to suspend your disbelief and come on a journey with us tonight. I'm passionate about the power of words. We use them to heal and we use them to hurt. From a baby's first words to the dying last words of a loved one, words have the power to affect us. Imagine a world without.
Mama, I love you.
You deserve to drink piss!
I believe in you.
Get up, animal!
I'm sorry.
We have people coming into the country, or trying to come in. We're stopping a lot of them, but we're taking people out of the country. You wouldn't believe how bad these people are. These aren't people, they're animals.
Or infamous words such as, I have a dream, or such is life.
Of course, without actions, words are meaningless, yet so often we rely solely on what is said. Verbatim theatre, or docudrama, is a form of documented theatre in which plays are constructed from the precise words spoken by someone about a particular event or topic.
The words you hear tonight are spoken by students of this very school, interviewed by us to create this theatrical piece.
We thank them for trusting us, and it is our intention to honour their stories by being truthful and also weaving narrative through, which we have created in classroom workshops.
You will also hear the words we discovered whilst conducting research into the stimulus.
So, my name is Sadat, and I'm from Afghanistan, and yeah, I've been in Australia nearly 4 years now. I'm 18 now. I arrived like the end of 14, I was turning 15. I came because I'm a refugee for protection. Oh yeah, nearly all my family are there, like my grandma, my uncle, my other brother. So I'm with my basic family. So it's it's probably my father, my mother, my siblings, except for one of them. I didn't go to Indonesia, but my dad did everything else. So yeah, he was gone in Indonesia for around 3 years, and we had no idea where was he. So that was a pretty big thing. Yeah, and when he arrived in Australia, I think it was 2013 or something, and that was good. But he let us know and stuff, and that was good. He found it really hard, yeah, because of the language speaking and the traveling. He says that is the experience that no one should experience it. It's pretty tough. I didn't feel it so. I feel it's pretty normal, but for him it might have been really
Sadat was then asked about Afghanistan.
Afghanistan, it's a really nice place, but in the back of your mind there's always fear of Taliban attacking. Or whenever you travel, you always have the fear of bomb explosions and stuff. Hello, I'm in the chip shop. Yeah. No. I'll see you later. See, I'll talk to you soon.
He was then asked about first arriving in Australia.
I was completely lost because I used to live in that town, mountains and stuff. Yeah, it was pretty like, even though Mildura is pretty small, it's still pretty confusing. Like, at first I didn't know any English, so it was hard for me to communicate with people. But then I met a lot of African friends here. I made a lot of African friends, Muslim stuff, yeah, which is pretty good. But my thoughts about Australia. Well, when I first arrived, I was on a plane, so we could like see the underneath. It was all like red land, and I was like, "This is no better than Afghanistan." But then I thought it's pretty green, Mildura. It's pretty green. I thought it's actually a lot better than the capital city of Afghanistan. It's pretty much how I expected it. Yeah, it's a pretty good place. Really nice. Afghanistan, they're all corrupt. Yeah. I don't know if they're betrayer or something, but they never get to like develop our country. Instead, they make it more go down, which is sad. Yeah, I wouldn't accept him as a president. That's not. A president should not do that. A president should try to do their best to make the country. Sorry. Nah, I wouldn't accept him as a president. I'd probably start a fight with him, probably bash him and stuff. So, yeah. I'm actually proud of Scott Morrison. He's done a pretty good job. I'm just kind of disappointed of how some people, like people who need protection, can't come. Like my brother. Yeah, he couldn't come, which is sad and depressing. And we wanted Grandma to come, and she couldn't come. And my brother, my older brother, he couldn't come.
On December 10th last year, Australian politician Tanya Plibersek was a panellist at ABC's Q&A following an audience question about why Labor and Greens were creating such an issue over the children in Nauru.
I read something online about there being 10 or less children in Nauru at the moment. If that's the case, why is it such a big deal?
Well, we're very concerned because they've been there too long. 5, 6 years is way too long, and we think that in fact this is one of the greatest failings of the Liberal government. Nauru and Manus have become places of indefinite detention and were never intended to be. The psychological toll it's taking on children in particular, but adults as well, is too great.
Richard Di Natale became leader of the Australian Greens following the sudden decision by his predecessor, Christine Milne, to step down in 2015.
Can you explain what happens to the sick and injured in these centres? Do they even get access to basic health care?
We're debating whether people who need medical care should get it. That's all this bill does. This bill says people who have been locked up, tortured and abused, many of them children, but this isn't limited to children. People who have been locked up indefinitely, people who are in desperate need of care. Dozens of people who have attempted suicide in the last few weeks. Now, what decent country says to those people, you are not entitled to the care you need? It is a right if you are sick. We had a young man die just because he got a simple cut. A cut. He's dead. We're saying if you're sick, you don't get access.
Nyanol Nuon is a commercial litigator with Arnold Bloch Liebler and a community advocate. She's completed a Bachelor of Arts from Victoria University and a Juris Doctor from the University of Melbourne.
I was a refugee. I was born and raised in refugee camps, and I'm grateful for the opportunity that this country has provided. And I completely understand that, no country can open its arms to everybody. There's 65 or so million refugees across the world, and clearly Australia cannot take all of them. I understand that there is a limit to our resources and our generosity, a practical limit. like Uganda, that doesn't even compare in terms of wealth and development to Australia. It's taken millions of South Sudanese refugees and hosted them in a much more humane way than Australia has done. What we have here, I know you say there are a few children, but each of those children was once someone like me, with a goal, with a dream, with an ambition to want to be something. This is not, we can't just dismiss it and say because there are 4 or 5 children, it somehow doesn't matter. One life is significant enough to me, and I think that's the focus. Okay, get out! Next! Help! Sit on the ground. What do you want?
Lump on back, hurt bad, help please.
Look, we don't have anything to scan you with, so there's really no point in coming. It's probably a tumour, but I don't think I get paid enough to care, so you'll have to suck it up.
No, bad lump, hurt bad, help.
You are okay.
No, I need